It's probably like the realest shit I ever wrote, man. Real talk. Need y'all to listen. They say money come quicker during time. Come quicker during time. Lord knows I've been patient, but I'm still yet to see it. Trying to stare at it till I go blind. Got so many dreams that make them seem real. Feel like I lost my mind, but I guess that's a sign. Then I'm finally focused. When I make it, I'ma be just fine. If they say I'm a flop, then you know them niggas lying. Man, you know them niggas lying. Cause when this shit pop, I'ma be on top. So far up that it look like a nigga flying. Can a young have a break from all I hit to talk? Cause this shit not smart to think it'll make me stop. Well, all it really does is make the next 16 high. Got 'em surrounded like Eminem in the parking lot. Not an issue for niggas to talk about. So you can take the lumps and try to walk it out. If not, I guess I gotta pull a chopper out. I turn dangerous, and if they mess with us, then them things are bust. Got an ass on my chest and I can't be touched. See the drama shit really anything to us. Yeah, ain't no friend to us. I'm taking so much that it's time to fight back. Yeah, it's time to fight back. Yeah, they took the first shot, but I guarantee you this, that the young gun had the last shot. This ain't the first time they done it, and it won't be the last. Wait, dog, matter of fact, this will be a last. Cause the next time y'all hate, I'ma put your bitch ass on blast. Man, the younger body scream, almost do anything for cash. Even if I work till I crash, I'm trying to make it pass. All the things that held me back, I'm trying to take out all the trash. This message for the mass, I'm about to have the game on smash. And if you don't believe me or don't wanna see it, I'ma tell the whole world y'all can go ahead and kiss my ass. Got 'em surrounded like Eminem in the parking lot. Not an issue for niggas to talk about. So you can take these lumps and try to walk it out. If not, I guess I gotta pull a chopper out. I turn dangerous, and if they mess with us, then them things are bust. Got an ass on my chest and I can't be touched. Man, the drama shit really anything to us. Yeah, ain't no friend to us. Got us surrounded like Eminem in the parking lot. Not an issue for niggas to talk about. So you can take these lumps and try to walk it out. If not, I guess I gotta pull a chopper out. I turn dangerous, and if they mess with us, then them things are bust. Got an ass on my chest and I can't be touched. Man, that drama shit really anything to us. Yeah, ain't no friend to us. Malik Young. Work. Higher learning.
Yep.
I'm out.
No bullshit. No lie. I think my favorite part is the end. Just when you say your name. Just that whole last part. Malik Young. Just that little stuff. I love the little red shit. Malik Young. How you learning? That's like my favorite shit. Every time.
Yo, what's good, man? What's good, everybody? Welcome to Conversations at the Shop Fight Night, episode 23.
We on Jordan time.
And we got a good one for y'all. Go ahead.
No. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff. We have this is one of the more full topic lists that we've had in some time. It's been a little bit slow, and thankfully, because there ain't no card this weekend. So we kind of needed it. So we kind of needed this.
No card. Thank God, though. Thank God we needed a break off because, we got the show on Saturdays, playoff basketball, everybody watching the games. I'm glad we don't have
fans losing their whole ass mind, but we'll talk about that on Saturday.
Facts. But all right, before we get into everything, let's pay some bills. Remember, if you want to support us, you want some gear, we got T-shirts. I know it's summertime, but you can get your wintertime hoodies, socks, slides, whatever. Just go to merch@theshop.store. Shop with us. Get anything you need. 901 Daiquiris, Conversations at the Shop. We got Fight Night apparel coming. Make sure you check us out. Also, my boy Gerard's brother Jalen is doing the raffle. Here's the 3 prizes you can get. You can either get a PS5, a 65-inch TV, or a $250 Foot Locker gift card. All you have to do, go on Facebook, look up Golden Back Basketball. If you want to go ahead and send, I think it's $25. $25 for a ticket. If you want to go ahead and send that, all you got to do is go on. Everybody got Cash App. Go on Cash App is $ Golden Back Basketball. Right? So
and if you don't, I believe
it's on the bottom. Right. It's on the bottom right there.
I believe he said that, if you don't got Cash App, Y'all can hit them up on Facebook, IG, whatever, and they're willing to work out whatever you need to work out with. So any payment, however you do it. I know a lot of people do Venmo, Zelle, whatever. I'm sure they're going to be able to. If you see, it's real.
Right.
That ain't Photoshop.
Right.
He was on the show with us on Saturday. He lifted up the box. He showed us it's there. That's real.
Right. And it's for a good cause, man. It's for a traveling basketball team. Jalen's trying to get, uniforms cost money. Travel costs money, and these kids want to play. Even if you don't want to join a raffle, man, just send them a little bit of money as a little bit of a donation. You know what I'm saying? Help these brothers out. So get to pay these bills. Gerard should start paying me extra for this. You know what? I'm about to be like Rory and Maul in here. We need to discuss. Contract. I see you in the back. Don't make that face.
We need the stats.
We need to discuss contracts. We need to discuss it. I want to see the accountant after the show, Gerard. What's
the analytics looking like?
I want to see the accountant after the show so we can determine my cut. But all right, let's get let's get this show rolling, man. Let's get the show rolling. Going. What we got? All right, let's see.
We gotta talk about this fight night card that just happened.
What has happened to Cody Garbrandt?
Was that Dominic Cruz fight just like one of the biggest anomalies in the history of MMA or something? Like, I'm so confused.
It's looking like it at this point.
I've never seen Cody. I mean, Dominic Cruz has lost fights.
Right.
But Dominic Cruz has not been just completely out-fought and out-technically strike. Mouse couldn't out-technically strike Dominic Cruz. Cody Garbrandt made him look like an amateur in their fight for 5 rounds. Not no one punch, lucky knockout. 5 rounds, completely different level. And since then, lost to Dillashaw, knockout. Lost to Dillashaw again, knockout. Lost to Pedro Munoz, knockout. Now he got the win against I'm blanking on who he got the win
against.
Sun Sal with the ridiculous Shoryuken. The Shoryuken, which is ridiculous. And now he just got his ass whooped for 5 rounds against Rob Font. This wasn't you're in there trading and you got caught and being stupid again. Rob Font, like, if you wanted to give Cody, and I think I did edge Cody the first round. If you wanted to give him the first, you could.
I think I had Cody. I think I had Cody winning the first too. Because didn't he have to take downs in the first two?
He had a takedown in the second. The second is when he controlled him the most. He had 2 of his 3 takedowns. This is all on UFC stats, by the way. 2 of the 3 takedowns. He only got 3 takedowns out of 10. 2 of them came in the first, but they only gave him 53 seconds of control time. The second round, he only had the 1, but they gave him credit for 1 minute 58 seconds of control time in the second round. But in that same round, significant strikes, 27 of 55 for Rob Font to 8 of 21 for Cody Garbrandt. Even with 2 minutes of takedown time, Rob Font just completely dominated him on the feet, and it got worse. Round 4, Rob Font, 51 of 101 significant strikes. Cody Garbrandt, 12 of 25. Literally 4 times the activity of Cody Garbrandt. I don't know what's – and round 5, I think, was a 3-1 advantage, give or take, in significant strikes. Both landed and attempted. It's the only person I can recall just completely falling off like this was Renan Barão. Like, Renan Barão it was like, I remember it was like Barão and Jose Aldo were kind of like the same time, and then like Barão lost to Dillashaw, and then he just never looked like shit again. And it feels like that's what's happening to Cody. I don't get how someone can have a performance like the one he had against Dominic Cruz and just completely just never reach that height. You're not even coming close to being a top 5 fighter in the division anymore these last few performances.
Yeah.
Thank God Figueiredo would have ran through him. Thank God that fight didn't happen.
Yeah. But I mean, what, he get knocked out 3 straight times? TJ
yes,
twice.
knocked out 3 times. TJ twice and Pedro Munoz.
Yep. So I was surprised his chin held up.
That's a fact.
Rob was hitting him with some big shots.
He was.
But at the same time, I think because you could tell, it seemed like Cody was just relying on catching him with that uppercut. Like Rob Font had him on his bike the whole fight. He had his back against the cage the whole fight. The jab connected every time. The jab connected anytime Rob threw it, especially after the second round. He was piecing Cody up.
Bad.
I don't know what's next for Cody at this point, man. Who would you put him in there with next?
I don't know. I don't know. Like, so looking at the rankings now, I mean, there's interesting fights for him. Like, there's names here that if you put him in there, if you do Cody Garbrandt versus Jose Aldo or Cody Garbrandt versus Frankie Edgar, you're going to peak up. You're going to, oh shit, okay, that's cool. Like, you're going to do that.
I was thinking Marlon.
Marlon's right there too, and those are the 3, and those are the next 4. So there's like the top 4 in the division right now, which is what you call the champ, Aljamain. You've got Piotr Jan, you've got Corey Sandhagen, and you've got Rob Font. And TJ's coming back, and we'll see where he falls in that because he's got Sandhagen. And then that's the next 4 is Aldo, Cody, Marlon, and Frankie Edgar. So any one of those is fine. I think
I would rather see the Frankie fight.
I wouldn't mind it. Frankie fought Uriah a while back, did he not? Did that fight happen? I feel like it did.
Did he fight Uriah?
I feel like he fought Uriah, but I can't recall. I'm trying to is there some, I'd like to see some with a little bit of story, because one thing that I do like about Cody a real one, and Cody, right? Yes, they did fight.
Yeah, he did.
They fought in 2015.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I thought so. I thought they did, but I wasn't positive. So I wouldn't be mad at that. Cody rides for his squad. Cody was the one. Those of us who watched Ultimate Fighter when Conor McGregor was out there talking shit about TJ and calling a little snake in the grass, and Cody was the assistant coach was like, what you want to do? I'll fuck you up, right? Like, Cody with all the shit. Always rock with Cody because of that. He rides for a squad as a little dude. So something like that, there's a little bit of a history. Edgar beat Uriah. Maybe Cody comes back and tries to do that. I'd be fine with that. I think that'd be a good fight. And Edgar needs a bounce back after the Sandhagen loss anyway. So I am in no way mad about that. To me, that makes a lot of sense.
Right. What's next for Rob? Got to get Rob Font his flowers.
Yeah. We do not want to outdo bury Rob Font, because that was a great fucking performance. He got better as the fight went on. He got more active in the championship rounds. You see, he can go 5. He can go 5 strong. His boxing's outstanding. He did stuff 7 of 10 takedowns. He got, struggled a little bit earlier, but he was able to stuff a lot of those takedowns. Unfortunately for Rob, division's kind of tied up right now.
Yeah, because you got Aljamain and Jan.
Yep.
And then you got TJ and Sandhagen.
Yep.
So he's gonna have to wait.
He's going to have to wait. I think the best thing that he can do right now is to be patient and wait and stay close to weight in case one of those falls through.
Yeah.
Because Dillashaw Sandhagen, I think, is it next month, or is it in no, it's in July. That's perfect. Okay. So yeah, you're talking about middle to the end. July 24th is what it's looking like for Sandhagen and Dillashaw. So do a little recovery, kind of stay in that weight range. And if something falls through with one of them, somebody gets hurt, whatever, shit happens, it's the UFC, I would hope Rob would be ready for that.
He shouldn't have a problem. He shouldn't have a problem waiting, because I think he fought 3 times in 2018, but ever since that he's had one fight a year. So I don't think Rob will have a problem with waiting and to seeing what's going to happen with the division. Right. He even said that he wants to wait to see what happens with Sandhagen and TJ. He wants to wait to see what happens with that, and then he'll make his decision about who's next from there. Of course.
It's the smart thing to do, especially in a division like that, where it's not like it's some main name recognition or stuff like that. If he sits here and says, you know what, I'm going to fight because I'm trying to stay busy and take someone down in the, the 9th or 10th ranked dude or something, and loses that fight, like he's fucked. Right. It would be dumb for him to sit there and try to fight some far lower person right now. So most likely Rob Font's going to wait, and he should. But I am definitely going to be looking forward to seeing what's next for him, because that was an extremely impressive performance, and I don't want to downplay that for the sake of the man who lost. Rob Font deserves a whole lot of credit for going in there and dominating a former champ.
Still don't see him beating the top 3 though. He had 2 impressive wins, Marias and Garbrandt. Those are big names.
Very impressive
good
wins.
names to wins, but I still don't. Between Aljamain, Jan, and Sandhagen,
I definitely don't have him beating Jan. I think Jan is the best fighter in that division.
He's a cheater, but
he's not a. It's not a cheater. He fucked up. He fucked up, but. So. I wouldn't be opposed to seeing him. Honestly, any of those other guys. I think Aljamain would probably beat him. Aljamain is still, as long as Aljamain don't do some dumb shit and dress himself out again.
Now that we talk about it, I could kind of see him beating Aljamain.
I could see it, but I'd still favor Aljamain. But I'd want to see it. Yeah, my thing is, I'm not saying he can't. I do think he could. I could see him beating Aljamain before I could see him beating Jan. I think him versus Jan is damn near a straight up boxing match, and I'm taking Jan in a straight up boxing match over damn near anyone. Like that's that's just what I'm doing. But I could see him beating Aljamain, because Aljamain he hadn't recently, but in his run to the title, he wasn't making a lot of those dumb mistakes that he was making early on in his career.
Right.
But Font's the kind of guy, if you do, he'll make you pay for that shit. So all of those fights are interesting. I hope I can see
him beating Aljamain just because of the jab and the boxing that he has. And if he could if he can stuff them takedowns the way Jan did,
that's the thing. I don't know.
That's what I'm worried about Aljamain though, because like when we saw him fight Jan, I don't know if it was the nerves, but he wasn't setting his takedowns up. It was pretty predictable about what he was trying to do. I can kind of see him beating Aljamain.
I think Rob would struggle to stop the Aljamain takedowns.
Okay.
Personally, I think I'm not. People are always getting better. You never know until those fights happen. But I would expect that Aljamain will be able to get him down a little bit better and do a little bit better job of controlling him than Cody was, because that's not Cody's game anyway.
Right.
But there's some interesting matchups there at 135. So that 135 didn't picked up. So I'm happy for it. I like seeing it.
Right. All right. Well, next topic.
The co-main. Carla. That was not nice.
It wasn't.
That was flat out mean, Carla.
Keep in mind, by the way, I copied my answers off of Corey last week, and I was totally wrong. So, thanks, Corey. Thanks.
Listen. We both were dead wrong in this.
Badly too. Badly wrong.
That was disgusting. Like, she really just fuck your striking. You're not about to have a chance to strike. I'm going to dominate you on the ground. And she did it effortlessly.
Got her in the crucifix twice.
Crucifix. And, oh my goodness. The only thing for Carla is that when she does get there, like they're effective strikes because it's on the ground and you can't really defend them. But there's not that like when Wei Li got you down, or when or if Andrade, like when Andrade powers and those kind.
I don't know. The elbows was pretty nasty.
That's what I was gonna say. It's still an elbow to the face.
So elbows was pretty nasty.
It's still elbow to the face. But do you think she now jumps in front of a Wei Li Zhang rematch?
What's good, Eric? Fucking casual.
Damn casuals.
I mean, who else? No.
I think it's a Wei Li rematch. I think it's a Wei Li rematch.
That's why I said no.
Carla.
I think it's just a Wei Li rematch. You have to do the. I'm sorry. In my opinion,
have to. Why do you have to?
It was a quick knockout. Like,
I mean, you had one title defense.
You don't.
One title defense.
You don't have
one.
To.
She had one title defense.
I get it. But it was the same. Well, yeah, never mind. I was about to say it's the same person that beat Rose, but Rose came back and beat her. So, but still, I'd still give it to Wei Li. That's the fight I want to see. I don't want to see Carla against Rose. You think Rose would struggle with her?
I think it's a bad style matchup for Rose.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's a very, like, the way she did Yan Shonan like that. Like in my head, I'm like, okay, yeah, she beat her then, but that was Rose then. Rose is a lot better than she was coming off the Ultimate Fighter. She's far better now, far more confident now. And then I watched that performance and I'm like, oh shit, nah, Carla might still give her some serious fucking pride. Carla's wrestling is really, really fucking good. She just ran into peak JoJo, buzzsaw JoJo, like in her first title defense, and I feel like that's kind of diminished how good Carla is because JoJo was just at the top of the game, period. At that point, but that is a very, very dangerous matchup. I'll give Rose credit because in their second fight, Andrade couldn't just take her down and overpower her like that wrestling-wise. So I do have a little more confidence that Rose would be able to stave off the takedowns a little bit. But goddamn, Carla is relentless. That shit is. Whew.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want her to wait? Like, who would be next for Carla if she doesn't wait?
I think the only other fight there that they can make for anybody that makes sense would be Marina Rodriguez.
Does she beat her?
Because she did that. Well, Marina just beat Karate Hottie the other week.
Yeah, she already beat Marina.
She did already beat Marina?
Yeah, she beat Marina before she beat Michelle.
God damn it. She did.
It's nobody else for her, bro.
There's no...
It's nobody else for her.
Unless you want to do her and JoJo too.
That would be a good comeback fight for JoJo. I mean, Carla wants smoke. I mean, like, where the fuck is JoJo? Like,
I don't know.
It's been about a year in that 2 years.
It's been over a year. No, it's been over a year. That was like the last big card before things shut down. Was that JoJo Wei Li fight? So that was like last February, give or take. But I don't know what Joe. Yeah, March 7th. So March 7th was that fight.
Last year.
Yes.
Yeah, so if I'm Carla, I'm waiting. I'm not taking that JoJo fight.
I fully agree. To me, I think she should get the fight. to me, because you need more than one title defense. Unless it was some very big, like controversial decision or something like that, then I'd be okay with giving Weili the red. If that was like Weili JoJo, if you had that kind of fight and they edged it to Rose and you want to run that back, I'm 100% for it. Okay. It's got to be something like that. It's got to be something like that, or it's got to be a long title reign. So to me,
you could take
Carla that shot.
You could take Rose and Carla. Give me Weili versus JoJo too.
I'm fine with that. I'm 100%
Weili versus JoJo too.
I'm just fine with that. Hell, put them on the same fucking card. Put them on the same card. Do it. I'm all for that. But I do think Carla deserves that title shot. That performance she was a underdog. They were ready for Jan to go in there, and now we're gonna have Jan and Rose. Like they wanted that shit.
Yeah.
She came in there and shut all that shit down. So to me, give Carla that shot. There is still a built-in story. There's a story either way, but there is a built-in story for Rose Carla too. And I want to see that. To me, that's the better move. And like you said, do Weili JoJo too, or do Weili and Marina. I don't give a fuck. But like, there's fights there for Weili. To me, give Weili, and she would only need one. Weili comes back, wins one fight, right back to the title shot. I have no problem with that. But to me, you got to get one.
Especially if she beats JoJo. She's back in there.
Yeah, 100%.
Right back in there. All right. Well, we got a fight announcement. I saw this, and I made that exact. I had that exact reaction. You got Max Holloway versus Yair Rodriguez in July. What are your thoughts on it?
You had a good run, Yair.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Yeah, it was
fun while it lasted. Yeah. It was fun while it lasted. I mean, it makes ranking wise, it does make sense. Like it's, I think Max is still 1. I think Yair is 3. With Ortega, Ortega's 2. He and the Volkanovski are going to fight, but they're doing the damn Ultimate Fighter, so that fight's going to be a little ways away. So I'm okay. Like ranking wise, it makes sense. I just want to remind, like, Yair, you beat Jeremy Stevens. It's a good win. Like, it's a fine win. It's not some amazing win, but it's a fine win. It's okay.
Win.
It's okay. Before that, you got your ass whooped for the majority of a 5-round fight against the Korean Zombie, and then caught him with the greatest flash knockout, maybe of all time.
Mm-hmm.
But you were getting your ass whooped in that fight. Like, clear as day, Korean Zombie had that fight on every single scorecard, and you caught him with a strike that nobody's ever seen.
Yep.
Before that, you lost a clear-ass doctor stoppage to Frankie Edgar.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't know how he's ranked this high.
I mean, I'm looking at. I mean, he has beat Dan Hooker, but other than that, I mean, Andre.
That was in 2015.
I know. I'm looking at it. Like
he barely. I remember the fight against
3?
Bruce Leroy.
He's at 3, right?
He's at 3. I remember the fight against Bruce Leroy. He barely won that fight. And Bruce Leroy, I love Bruce Leroy, but like Bruce Leroy is like the ultimate gatekeeper. He barely won that fight.
Yeah.
Like that was a close fight. And again, that was also years ago. Maybe Yair is going to make the leap that we never know is there until you actually see it. But he should be a huge underdog going into this fight.
Especially after the performance we saw by Max last fight.
I'm looking forward to it, but dog, this is. Whoo, yeah.
Do you think Max has trouble with Yair's unorthodox style a little bit? Like, do you?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
No.
Me neither. I thought about this fight. I thought about this fight.
The
but
people
after what Max did to Cater, bro,
dog.
I wouldn't want to fight Max. I don't even know why Yair agreed to this. I wouldn't. If Max is the last dude I want to fight.
Max struggled with Poirier because he was the bigger,
Bigger
stronger
fighter.
guy.
Mm-hmm. I had this
Volkanovski
conversation with my homie the other day.
Volkanovski, even though he's shorter, another strong, powerful, stocky, very. Dog, you and Yair, y'all both lanky. It ain't like Max is the technical. Max is an unorthodox ass striker himself.
True.
It ain't like I don't. Off the top of my head and thinking about their more recent performances, even though technically Max lost his 2 previous fights, pretty much everybody gave him that second Volkanovski fight. And before then, it was the Poirier fight, which even though he lost clear, was still a ridiculously good fight. And a very competitive fight, way more competitive than people like to remember it, quite frankly.
Yeah, it was a competitive fight.
It was
Max didn't get washed. Max didn't get washed. It was just clear that Poirier landed the bigger shots.
And that's what it was. It's like Max would control the first 3 minutes and then get rocked. And like that last minute and a half, he would struggle, and it was too much in order to not give Poirier those rounds. That's what kept happening. I don't see how Yair wins this fight unless he just makes that leap. It's that Usman, like, yo, I didn't know Usman was this good. When the fuck did he get this good? It has to be one of those type of leaps. If he can't do that, it's going to get ugly. No, we've seen it get ugly for him before.
I think it's ugly. I think it's ugly for him. I think Max breaks him down, bro. I'm sorry. I don't see anybody beating this Max, dude. Like,
nah.
Like after the Volkanovski fight, there was a question for me of like, all right, is this Max's ceiling? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, is the division starting to move away towards Max? No. This isn't a Tony Ferguson situation at all where he lost and now he can't get his shit. No. Good luck, Yair. It's gonna be late. Like you know how the meme with you walk in the locker room, hey yo, lace him up, nigga. It's gonna be a long night.
Right.
All right.
I was gonna say I'm rooting for you, but I'm absolutely not gonna be rooting for you because I love Max too much. Dude, I just don't know how he wins this fight. I don't.
Unless he
ain't got some massive. I don't.
Unless he catches him.
Does he? That's literally what it would have to be.
That's it. That's literally because Max is going to piece him up.
Because he doesn't have these, like, when he gets his, it's usually kind of a flash thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like he has like one punch, like really, it's like, it's the elbow, it's the flying kick type shit. It's those kinds of things that you just don't see coming. It's not a, when you're thinking of power like Poirier just rocking you with one punch. That's not Yair's thing. So if you're just going to get into technical striking contests, I don't think there's 3 people on this earth that I would take technically striking above Max.
No.
Like
no.
I can, especially boxing. I wish Max uses kicks a little more. But like,
he kind of uses. He
uses them some, but he's mainly a boxer.
When he has to.
Right.
Volkanovski fight comes to mind. The second.
Yeah. Agreed. I don't. Yeah, like I said, I don't know who I'm taking over. Dog, the Bucks are out here just punking Miami, and that shit is fucking me up right now. I'm sorry. I just seen them grab like 6 offensive rebounds on one possession and just like moving niggas out the way.
What the fuck is going on with Bam? All right, we'll talk about it Saturday.
I'm sorry. It threw me off because I'm like, yo, like PJ Tucker and Bobby Portis just like shove people out the way. They're just punking them, yo. It's hilarious. But I just technically striking. I'll take Izzy and Valentina, and that's about it. Like those are the only ones off the top of my head. I'm like, technically striking, I definitely take over Max. Like that's about it. I don't
know. To be honest with you, Y'all gonna be shocked I'm saying this.
You about to say some dumb? Don't pull a Gerard right now.
No, I'm not gonna say no dumb shit. I just want you to think about it. Usman might be up there now.
Ooh.
Usman
I need a little more. I need a little more from him.
You need more?
I need a little more from him.
How much more can he get? He even got me on his side. How much more does he need to give you?
To get on that level, I need more. It's two great fights. It's two amazing, absolutely outstanding
and he's
shows.
Getting better.
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. He's got to keep to get to the level of those people. I need more than you've been a good striker for 6 months. I need a little more than that. When I've been seeing Valentina beat girls every single way she feels like for about 5 years now, I can't give you that.
Valentina's wrestling now, so
that's how bored she is. You know what? I feel like wrestling today. Let me do that. Like I can't give you that when I've been seeing her outstrike people every single way she wants to for 5 years. Or Izzy outstrike people the way that he has over the last 2 to 3 years. Like I need a little bit more. He's rising. He's way, way better. But to get to that level, I need more than 2 good fights. As amazing as those 2 fights were. But yeah, Yair, like you said, good luck to you, Yair.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. This is over. The run's over, Yair. I'm sorry. Sorry. Yeah, I thought about this every which way yesterday to see how Yair could beat him. No, man. Max is on another fucking level right now. Bless.
Yep.
Bless. Bless. Shit, next topic. What we got? Talk a little Jon Jones.
We got to talk a little bit of Jon. It's like a weekly thing now. It really is. He finds some way to get on this show pretty much every damn week. Jon Jones has hired new representation. And I don't know about you, but I think this is great because now Jon Jones' representation and Dana White have a common hatred for Oscar De La Hoya. And I think that's going to go very well for their ability to figure out a new deal and to get Jon Jones back.
That's a good point.
For those who are unaware, Jon Jones is now represented by Richard Schaefer. Richard Schaefer is well known in the boxing world as basically the co-creator of Golden Boy Promotions. He and Oscar De La Hoya built from the ground up Golden Boy Promotions, and then they eventually split. They don't fuck with each other like that no more. I think De La Hoya even tried to sue him on some shit. Like there was a whole big old issue and some other shit. So we know how Dana feel about Oscar. Schaefer don't fuck with him either. They're going to kick back, have a couple drinks, couple beers. I don't know what they like to drink. They're going to have a couple drinks. They're going to shit on Oscar for like 2 straight hours. And then suddenly them Jon Jones negotiations is going to take 30 minutes.
It's
like,
all about Jon Jones.
This is gonna happen. Like they're good. It's gonna be like, all right, bet. Yeah, no, fuck Oscar. Right? I know, fuck Oscar. Yeah, so 10 million for Jon. You know what? Yeah, we can do 10 for Jon. Let's do this. Like that's what the fuck is gonna happen. I can see it now.
I hope so. I just want to see Jon fight at this point, man. I don't want Jon to go too long without fighting, especially with Stipe popping up now, saying, "Hey, I want my fucking rematch." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, now that Stipe's starting to step back into the picture, we thought Stipe was going to take some time off and whatever. Nah, Stipe don't want none of that. He wants to smoke again, which I don't understand why, but.
Well, it's funny
you
that
think
you
they can
say
make
that.
the Stipe fight next?
I do think
that's
they
possible?
can make that fight. I do think that's a big fight, and I think they could make that fight. But just throw this out there because you did mention you want to see Jon Jones fighting again. It's looking like that ain't gonna happen this year. Jon pretty much said, "I'm probably waiting till 2022 to fight." He did pretty much.
I
on Twitter.
I don't know if he said it, but was doing a little research.
No, this is on Twitter.
He
on
said
Jones's
that he's
Twitter.
having trouble making heavyweight. That
he said, right.
Still too skinny.
He said, I've always been skinny. When is his words? Becoming a proper heavyweight is a lot more difficult than I ever anticipated. I want to do it right the first time. He followed that up with, honestly, I feel like the only people that it benefits me jumping in there early are the other heavyweights. The way I'm training, I'm going to be a real problem this time next year. I'm comfortable enough to wait, and that's exactly what I'll do. And someone replied, another full year out? And he said, yes, I got a feeling you guys will still be around. The sport should be bigger than ever by then.
I can see that. I can see that, especially with crowds coming back. I can see the UFC picking up big momentum this year. I still don't like it.
It's a long time out.
Jon, just go fucking fight Izzy, man. Just if you're having that much trouble, dude, just go take the Izzy fight, man.
Or go fucking fight Jan.
He don't want that Jan smoke. I dead ass don't believe he wants that Jan smoke. I just don't. Like, Jon's the greatest of all time. I get it. He doesn't want to get caught by Jan. That's the one dude in the division that I honestly could look at and be like, all right, Jon might have a little bit of a problem with him. But we thought the same thing with Thiago. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like we did think the same thing with Thiago.
I thought it could be. I thought it could be, but that was on more of a striking. Jon struggles with elite strikers, and I thought Thiago was a little bit more elite than maybe Thiago is.
Yeah, he's not as
elite as those other guys.
Definitely not.
But here's my issue with this. The other time Jon has taken a really long time away, which was through his own fuck ups.
OSP. We got the OSP fight.
Worst fight of his career.
Bro.
It's the worst he's ever looked.
Yeah.
The worst. Daniel Cormier is somewhere still pissed off that he got hurt because that would have been his fight. And Cormier would have beat that Jon Jones. That Jon Jones that fought that night, Cormier would have beat him.
Yep. Fully agree.
And
fully agree.
You're doing that on a long layoff and coming up to heavyweight to fight someone like Francis or even Stipe, because we know Daniel Cormier has a fucking chin, and Stipe finished him. Like,
not twice.
No. Second one was a decision.
The third one went to decision.
Yes, third one was a decision. The first one, he finished Cormier. And Cormier's chin is battle tested like a motherfucker. So even coming up to fight someone like a Stipe, let alone fucking Francis Ngannou, potentially, off of a now 2-year layoff. I'll say this. If this happens, Jon takes 2 years off, comes up to heavyweight, and beats Francis Ngannou, he's the unquestioned GOAT.
I don't see that happening, though.
I'm simply saying
that's why you're saying that.
That's why
you're saying that, though, right? Because I don't want him fighting Francis at all. I don't want him fighting Francis. Like, I don't. The more and more I think about it, the more scared I get for Jon in that fight.
I don't.
If Jon is going to wait till next year, take a Cyril Gane or
I was about to say the same.
Take a Cyril Gane or take
fucking
take Derek Lewis or somebody.
Volkov or something. Anyone.
Do not Stipe and Francis. If you having trouble right now and you taking the extra year, no, Jon, don't jump in the fire like that. That would be a mistake. That would be a mistake. Jon needs a tune-up fight.
Yeah, he ain't gonna do it though.
Well,
he ain't gonna do it.
It's been real, Jon.
Like I said, it's scary. It's going up to heavyweight. It really is that big of a difference, and I cannot understate how big of a difference heavyweight and light heavyweight is. You don't see, which is why Rumble was such an anomaly that he moved up to heavyweight and still knocked a couple people out at heavyweight. Like shit like that isn't supposed to happen. Right. There is a different level of size and power there. DC too. DC going up and down is fucking unbelievable. Like that, because he shouldn't have ever been able to make 205. No. That in itself, you shouldn't be making 205, dude. No. But no. Listen, John, 2 years off, you will 100% absolutely surpass Anderson Silva to me. If you can go 2 years off and come back and win this light heavyweight title, you'll never hear me question who's the GOAT in MMA again if he can pull that off.
Yeah, makes sense. All right. Well, good luck, John. All right, you heard about this. I didn't hear about this. MVP says he wants to go to the UFC someday.
I'm concerned with you saying good luck to people because you just said it to Yair and now you said it the same way to John. Anytime you say good luck like that, I'm a little bit
good luck, John.
Concerned. Okay. Michael Venom Page, everyone's favorite little viral fighter who doesn't actually beat anybody.
That's why I don't watch him like that.
Yep. I'll watch the little clips. So he was recently
I just watched the clips. Yeah, me too. I don't watch the fights. I just watch the clips.
Exactly. The only one I watched was the Lima fight, and
you saw what
happened. So he was on a podcast, the Believe You Me podcast. And these were his words on the podcast. I enjoy Bellator. I enjoy where I'm at, and I enjoy my success so far. But I definitely feel like I need to touch the UFC at some point and just test myself there as well. There's some great matches to be made over there, so I definitely think in the future. I don't know when. Obviously, I'm contracted to being in Bellator, and I've got some goals to achieve there as well. I feel like I'm close to doing to that. But until then, I definitely still see myself going to the UFC.
What division is he fighting? 155, 170?
I think it's 170. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 170.
No, don't. Stay where you at.
Yes, 170.
Stay where you at. Stay where you're at. Because you know Dana's going to throw him in the fire immediately.
I don't think he beats anybody in the top 10.
Me neither.
I'm not sure he beats anyone in the top 15, but damn sure not top 10.
Me neither.
Not just you stay over there in the nice, comfy confines of Bellator, and like until you can even fuck with Douglas Lima, don't you even think about coming over here to imagine them saying, bet 170, I got you. Vicente Luque.
No.
Even the bottom of we'll give you Neil Magny on your first shot.
Fuck no.
Exactly.
No, because he's not going to catch any of them with that bullshit he catch niggas in Bellator with. I'm sorry, you not. Like, he's talented, but it's like UFC's 170 is a different fucking beast. Nah, I don't see it. I've never really saw it, to be honest with you, because I see the competition that he faces in Bellator.
It's trash. It's not competition. That's the problem, is that it's not competition.
And I really think Dana will put him in there against the top 5 as soon as
he would.
As soon as he gets there, it's top 5.
Or it's someone good or someone with a name. It's gonna be you're not getting the fucking who was old boy that Islam beat, like the Drew Dobers of the weight. Yeah. Like you're not getting one of them. Even though it's a different weight class, I know, don't kill. But like you're not getting those guys. You're not. You're Michael Venom Page. Especially, let's say he is able to overcome and maybe beat Douglas Lima and be a Bellator champ. Mm-hmm. You're damn sure not coming over here fighting nobody. You'll get fucking Wonder Boy or some shit, and Wonder Boy will dog the shit out of you badly. Wonder Boy would do him bad right now. That would go terribly. So,
yeah, because just the way he moves, you won't be able to do that at 170.
Nah.
Just the way that he moves. There's no way.
Because they know how to fucking attack the leg, and that's how Lima beat him. He started attacking that leg. Immediately. We're going after that leg. And they all gonna do that shit.
Unless I might have something for you. Unless we get this Conor Poirier business over. Conor say he like 170.
Stop it.
Feed him to Conor.
Stop it.
Feed him
You
to
Conor. You stay trying to give Conor some easy fights. Stop.
Give him to Conor. Big
You
fight. Is it not a big fight?
No.
What?
It's a big fight because it's a Conor fight. It's a big fight because it's a Conor fight.
You throwing
MVP adds nothing to that part.
You throwing them MVP highlights?
MVP adds nothing to that.
MVP could talk a little shit too.
I'm sure he could talk a little shit. He'll get. Under no circumstances is that acceptable. None. Stop trying to give Conor easy fights. You stay trying to give Conor these easy fights. No.
What do you want me to do?
You gotta build your way up.
155 is fucking loaded. 170 is fucking loaded. What do you want me to do, bro?
You know Dana's an asshole. You know what Dana's an asshole. Dana would fucking throw him in with Damian Maia in his first fight. Just to go get him choked. You know Dana would do some shit like that.
It's a long night.
No, it won't be. It'll be like 3 minutes. He's getting tapped out immediately.
That's crazy. Yeah.
You know Dana would do some shit like that. That is a very Dana move. Not to mention, like, a lot of these dudes who come over, like, shout out to Michael Chandler and Eddie Alvarez came over and did their thing.
Yeah.
It ain't a lot of other ones. Will Brooks was a giant disappointment. Hector Lombard was a giant disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these dudes are not coming over here and really going to work like that.
Yeah.
So I don't. You got at least 2 years of work minimum before you even think about coming over here.
Unless they build them up like how they built up Adesanya.
He's not that good.
No, I'm just saying.
Adesanya had like 100 million kickboxing matches before he switched to UFC.
I know. I'm just saying the way they build him up. Don't give him a top 5 when he first gets there. But
he'll lose before he gets to the top 5.
So is there anybody you will put him in there with?
Okay.
Who's the bottom 5?
That's what I just went through right now. Bilal Muhammad?
No.
So 10 through 15 is Jeff Neal, Li Jingliang, Bilal Muhammad, Sean Brady, Robbie Lawler, Khamzat Chimaev. That's 10 through 15 right now. That's why I said maybe Bilal. At least Bilal will strike.
Yeah. All right, because Robbie's going to knock him out. Yeah. Sorry, MVP. Don't want you over here. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Maybe Jeff Neal?
Jeff Neal just fought. Who did he just lose? Yeah, Neil Magny beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, he was. Maybe Jeff Neal? Even though Jeff Neal would knock him the fuck out too.
Probably. I'm not gonna hate on it. Neil's lost 2 straight, but it's to Wonder Boy and Neil Magny.
Both of them. Yeah.
You don't lose points to me for that. Nah,
yeah.
I'm not gonna bury him for that. So
yeah.
Nah, man, you got minimum 2 years. Minimum 2 years. 2023, we'll see how you do by the time 2023 rolls around, MVP. And then I'll entertain the idea of you coming to UFC. Because right now, nah. Take your time.
Right. All right, well. Good luck, MVP. Have fun in Bellator. Have fun. Yeah, whatever. Well, last topic for today. Good show, by the way. It happened to, look up topics for the show. Dana offered Khabib GSP at 165.
Supposedly.
But Khabib's manager said that it happened. So
just to be clear, this is all based off Khabib's manager talking.
Khabib manager said it's happened. He said Khabib told him, no, I told his word verbatim, no, I'm not going to fight. I told my mother that I would retire. Until my mother says I can fight again, I'm not fighting. I told her I would retire. I'm keeping my word to my mother. I don't know if it's verbatim, but close.
Pretty much.
So, what's your thoughts?
Man said he's retired. We both were very much on. Khabib said he's retiring. I legit think he's staying retired.
Yeah.
So now for GSP, supposedly, again, we don't know how exactly what's going on, because that could have easily, he offered us this fight. Like, that could have easily been like, what if would you be interested in fighting GSP? Yeah, they offered us this fight and we were gonna no, like, we have no clue what the conversation is. Yeah. So I'm not, I don't feel any differently toward, like, please don't let people come out here and start talking about like, oh, Khabib's ducking or like some kind of shit like that. Like, I don't want it to turn into that. I do not want it to turn into that.
No,
Let's not do that.
I'm not.
I know you're. I'm just saying shit like things like this. Things like this, whatever. Things like this turn into that, and that's what I don't want it to be. Ducking Conor, he beat the dog shit out of Conor. What are we doing?
Only person he's ducking is Conor. You don't want that rematch.
Somebody he already, because there's nothing to prove. There's no for sport.
The Poirier fight pretty much showed me how it would go down with Khabib.
There you go. But I think, like I said, it's going to take some massive change in order for Khabib to come back and fight. I think even GSP kind of was like, he was relatively recently was kind of like, yeah, there was a time maybe, and I think that was kind of the hold up of GSP not wanting it to be at 155, and that whole thing kind of being a hold up. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think GSP wants to fight in MMA anymore. I really don't.
I think he would take the Khabib fight.
I think that would be the only potential one, but I think it'd have to be very specific terms and a whole.
And that's kind of shocking that Dana would agree to do it at 165. Dana doesn't usually do catch weight.
Yeah, but I think he would make an exception for this because it's not any kind of championship and it's not in any kind of division or anything. A 171, arguably the greatest 170 versus arguably the greatest 155. Go ahead and meet at 165. Like that, that makes sense. I'm not opposed to that. I don't think Khabib has any interest in coming back. I really don't. I think he has more than enough things. He's a very prideful person on like his home and his, all the things that he believes and all the things that he loves. And he's doing a lot of shit towards that, a lot of shit in his country, a lot of those kinds of things right now. And I think, I don't know, man, I never spoke to him, but I think these are very satisfying projects for him to where, I'm sure he's missing, when you're a competitor at that level in any sport, there's going to be certain things you miss about it. But I don't think he's just sitting at his home, not being able to do shit, going, what the fuck? Losing his shit. I don't. And I think GSP is more focused on other endeavors if he can get him. GSP's out here trying to fight the fucking Paul brother. Like, that's was it that the fight that they were talking about? The $1 million for $1 million? Triller was trying to get him to fight one of the Pauls, was it not? For like $1 million bucks.
GSP? Yeah, it was, right? Yeah,
it was GSP. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's a what? Khabib, Logan Paul boxing or whatever, Jake Paul boxing match. Those are two completely different worlds. And he said, like, he felt like his MMA career is kind of over, but the idea of doing some kind of boxing in a different way is something that intrigues him because it's something he's never done. I don't think I don't think either of them are really looking for this fight anymore. I don't. Unfortunately, I think their time has passed.
Yeah, the Khabib train has left the station. It just is what it is. There's nobody for him at 155 that he wants to fight. He's not going to go up to 170. He's too small for them dudes up there. Yeah, I don't really got too much to say on it, to be honest with you, because I don't believe it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
I don't.
Unless Khabib's mom is like, you know what, you're bored out here, just go ahead and go. You know what I'm saying? Unless Khabib's mom is just like, you know what, just go ahead. The only thing that kind of keeps the dream kind of alive is because we know what his father would have wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like his father wanted him to go 30-0. His father wanted him to fight GSP. Right. So that's the only thing kind of keeping him. But I think Khabib's retired, man. I just got that feeling. I don't see him coming back at all.
I'm just really curious as to like the nature of these talks. Like I don't think Dana and Ali didn't speak. I'm just curious as to what was actually said for him to say, yeah, they offered us this fight. They offered us this. Because literally a week ago, GSP, we were talking about GSP saying basically my MMA career is done. And I'm like, I'm trying to do this or something else. Now you're telling me that Dana's out here offering these, this fight. Like, It wouldn't shock me if Dana was like, yeah, we got the GSP fight lined up. He's ready to go. And he ain't spoke to GSP once. Like, that is not
anything to get Khabib back in the fucking book.
Right. That is, oh, man, GSP pulled out. But guess what, though? Charles Oliveira's still here. You want to get your belt back? Like, that's some shit that Dana would do. It wouldn't shock me at all.
Yeah, wouldn't shock me.
So, I don't know. It would have been an amazing fight. I would have loved to have seen a fight like that. Yeah, I think the time has passed.
Yeah. Well, shit, good show, man. You got any positive words?
You did bring it up, and we didn't mention it, but our positive words should be a thank you to Mr. Paul Felder, who announced his retirement.
Yep.
Paul Felder was so fucking awesome. Like he was just one of the most fun, entertaining, but also really fucking good fighters. Down to fight whoever, whenever, and Paul Felder was awesome. And I'm happy that he's getting plenty of great work doing commentary. He's great on commentary. I'm mad that we will never get to see the fight that I wanted for Conor, that you didn't want him to take because you're trying to protect Conor. But I would have loved to have had that Irish showdown between Paul Felder and Conor McGregor. That would have been great.
You never know.
Hey, listen, a lot of people retire. People retire every day.
Never know.
And they always somehow find their way back.
You never know. Because Conor and Poirier is in what, September, August?
No, that's like next month. That's the next pay-per-view after this one. Not next month, July, I think. Isn't that that's the next pay-per-view after the Izzy Vittori?
Is it?
Is Conor and Poirier 3, if I'm not mistaken.
Jesus, time is flying.
It is going by quick. Yeah, Izzy and Vittori's on June 12th. And then UFC 264. Yeah, July 10th.
Okay.
So there we have it. Oh, yeah.
Conor smokes him 2 rounds.
Yeah, we'll talk about that when we get there.
Yeah. I got positive words. The book's putting up 40 on you niggas tonight.
There you go. Thank you. You want to bet on it? Because I got a good track record betting against you, so that'll make me feel a little better.
I'm not betting on book putting up 40 after the night you had. I'm not betting on it. I just think that's what's going to happen.
Man only reached 30 last game because they gave him like 4 bullshit foul calls in the last minute.
Those weren't bullshit.
He got like 9 free throws in the last minute bullshit.
Of the game. That was Book. That's when I told you Book was pissed off at the end.
He ain't get touched on them threes. Out here getting
just started jacking threes and got fouled on.
He wasn't getting touched.
Get out of here! Come on, man, stop.
That's right. Tell your Knicks fans to fucking get their shit together.
Hey, don't talk about us like that.
I am gonna talk about y'all. Y'all spit on Ice Tray because he shut y'all up in game 1. Disrespectful. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. Utah,
Wow.
I expect that from Utah because they ain't shit in Utah.
Nah, I don't. Let me stop. I don't think anybody should be spit on, but
That's oh yeah, no, that's immediate
I
fight.
think anybody should be. Yeah.
That's the thing is it didn't even hit him. It hit 50's girl who was in front of the like. She's the one who reacted. She was, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah. Yeah, but we saw
Get
what
it
happened to
together.
Mice trade, didn't we?
That's all right. That's all right. Got y'all mayor tight.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Knicks in 5, nigga.
I'm glad you believe that.
Knicks in 5.
Bet. All right, cool. That's fine. Those are not positive words, by the way. That was very insulting, actually.
Very positive.
It's okay.
Very positive.
It's okay. It's okay. I see how you roll. Good luck with that.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks. Thank you. I appreciate that. But all right, man, we ain't got nothing else for y'all. Make sure y'all check us out on all streaming platforms. We'll be on YouTube. You can check out the whole episode, watch us, you know what I'm saying? Also, make sure you leave comments, like, subscribe, all of that. You can check us out on Apple, Spotify, wherever you stream your podcasts at, man. We're here. Also, we're pretty sure we're probably going to do another fight for Patreon, so make sure you look for us on Patreon, Conversations at the Shop, all that. Help support a little bit. Other than that, that's all I got for you, man. I guess we see y'all next week. Unless we're gonna do a show next week.
As far as I know,
okay.
We'll keep on.
We'll see what the news is like.
That's right.
See what the news is like.
For sure.
Might just want to watch playoff basketball that day.
We might.
Depends on how much I love y'all.
We'll see.
Depends on how much I love y'all. Bum ass Knicks fans. Watch your mouth, Gerard. All right, well. Well, I guess we'll holler at y'all, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Oh, I'm out of here. Belts. I hate this nigga, man. I'll holler at y'all next week.
Chant.